coming up. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Michigan State Spartans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Spartans will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Wolverines offense will get the first crack at it here. A state divided. They started playing for the Paul Bunyan Trophy, the big wooden lumberjack, back in the early 50s when Sparty joined the Big Ten.
And it's so nice to have you, Reach, to have all those data from when you were in high school and when you were in college back in the 50s. And you know the records so well of these games, but it matters. And their comments fly week to week for these guys, Michigan, Michigan State, and it is intense and the hatred runs deep.
Can you just imagine Reese riding the...
He's loose down the left side. He's inside the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Michigan. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point makes it 7-0. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. From inside the 10, here he comes. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Spartans offense will go to work for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for? Make an impact.
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
On second down, wants to throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Really nice job on that throw, just giving his guy an opportunity to catch the ball. It kind of reminds me about Bill Burke, a guy I played against back in the Citrus Bowl when I was playing. He was throwing to Plaxico Burress, and he just kept putting the football in Plax's range, and we just couldn't stop the two of them. They went up and down the field on us all day long throwing it. If you just give your guy a chance like he did right there, I don't know if this defense can stop them.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Pressure coming. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide open downfield. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Spartans are moving quickly down the field. The give to the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Paul Bunyan, a huge part of trophies in the Big Ten. He's got an axe. He's got this trophy for the Spartans and the Wolverines. Where do you guys rank this trophy?
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, there's so many trophy games, I feel like, in the Big Ten, David. This game, obviously, it always has Big Ten implications, national championship implications. I will be honest, Paul Bunyan trophy gives me the heebie-jeebies.
You don't like it, it just kind of gives you the heebie-jeebies. I hear you, but how about Reese throwing a ranking on us? Rank the trophies? Reese, what are we doing here? We're not ranking trophies. Huge rivalry game, a lot of emotions. I'm talking about ranking trophies.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Snapped it in the shotgun. Made a defender miss. Touchdown, Sparty. Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Finds the tight end. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. And the entire playbook is wide open on 2nd and short like this. And the Wolverines are stopped, but not before getting the first down. You put on that winged helmet, and the one thing you want to do is establish the running game.
No matter who the coach is, no matter who the players are, it's a tradition. It's physicality. That's how they built this brand at Michigan. And I think no matter who's there, it's going to be how they continue to build on that tradition.
He lobs one high down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Wolverines.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. They come at you from all angles, so I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good team.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 after the 35. Guys, these two have been showing contempt and disdain for each other for more than a century. First meeting back in 1898.
Yeah, and my goodness, you think about all the years, all the plays. You think about Mike.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary. Guys that can win one-on-one and guys that change and force your game plan to have to adapt for them. You need to double team these guys if you want to have any chance. This is that type of player. He's got so much ability.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drop.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. They'll bring him down, but not before he put people in the spin cycle. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. He's looking to pass. Using his feet to buy time. Fires into traffic, it's picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Quickly complete. And there's going to be a loss on that play, just run out of bounds and avoiding the contact. Now this is the way to come out of the gate and set the tone. Back and forth and already inside a minute to go in the first. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds a man in the middle. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, and they finally get him down after the big pickup of the 25. And the Spartans want to crank the tempo. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Fires to the right. And the pass hits, picked off. He'll try to take it back. He's inside the 40. Running inside the 20. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown! Touchdown, Michigan! Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. Catches it inside his 20, chance to really gain some ground. And the returner goes down. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Firing deep. What a snag by the defense. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49. Offense set on first down. Running behind that left side. They'll pick up 4, second and 6 coming. The Wolverines often look at this rivalry as their birthright to win, and boy, did they put the hammer down in a blowout last year.
Yeah, and you heard a lot of hail to the victors, and you heard a lot about little brother, and a lot of shots throughout this last year about how Michigan is the program in the state. They are the brand, and Michigan State has heard that, Palmer, a ton.
And that's just been a narrative that we've heard throughout the years, too. And it's something that people love talking about in Ann Arbor, is that they are the dominant team. And it's not even close in this in-state rival. Michigan State's got to do something to flip the script. If they want their program to reach the...
He'll take a shot. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really, really well. Seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it. Almost had another interception.
And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. They'll start this drive with a pass. Grabs it in the middle. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. The Spartans very efficient with this passing game.
You like that, Reese? You like that? I think so. This is an offense that, listen, when you've got a guy back there that can be efficient. Make no mistake, they're going to run the football, but when you get that Kirk Cousins guys, you start to really like the offense.
Trying to convert this second and short. They're trying to get to it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
This quarterback has to know he's got to get rid of the football quickly. This defense has already shown on film that they'll rush this outside linebacker off the edge and make the count 5 on their pass rush. But with his speed and his flexibility, he's too much for a lot of these offensive linemen to handle.
And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. The Spartans are on the move. Defense in press coverage. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. His drive was clicking along, but now it's 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. And this one splits the uprights. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Arkansas delivered the type of thrashing generally reserved for homecoming games in Fayetteville. Thing is, this was a road victory. and a win like this is going to resonate throughout the SEC. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Hey, Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. It sounds like they had a good one there. On second down, they'll take to the air. Looking for a deep man. Fires it into traffic, and it's picked off. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job of his decision making.
First down here for the offense. Out of the gun, the inside give.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Defense will try to force a fourth down on 3rd and short from the 45. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Well, we talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game that they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Leaves it with the back. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Caught near the sticks. It's Ware. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Now improvising. He'll pull it down. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Got his man on the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you don't limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. Trying play action. Still looking on the move. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. They put themselves in a hole to start. It's 1st and 20. Right down the middle. Complete downfield. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Using the quick game. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. And the Wolverines are threatening in the red zone. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He'll throw it. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. They got him down pretty quickly after the pick, but now they've got it at the 15-yard line. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He lets it fly. It's complete. A huge pickup. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. It's caught. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Caught near the sideline, it's Tompkins. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to him. It's complete to the right. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give him a first down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw never gave his receiver a chance. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. He'll line it up from the right side, a 37-yarder coming up. It's good. Wait a second, there's a flag on the field. Let's check that out.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. The Wolverines will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the ball's free deep in his own territory. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Pulled down after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 13. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. A little screen to the running back. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. Between the uprights, it's good. And now the lead is even bigger. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you just simply got to make them.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
And the Spartans will have it 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the 1st down. The Spartans are moving quickly down the field. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Snags it over the middle. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And that is interception number 3 on the day. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Takes a hit as he fires. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Offense deciding to go to the quick game here in the passing attack, just getting it out of the QB's hands quickly. Just got to do a better job with fundamentals, guys. These are the throws you're supposed to be able to make in your sleep.
And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He makes the connection. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. Got a lot of running room. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. After ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 13. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. The throw. He caught it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Looking to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Wolverines. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back. These guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against the wall. You're not going to get it done. To win this game, you're going to have to throw the ball to get back in it.
Lofts one high and deep. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Nice read, nice break. Good job by the defender understanding that ball had some air underneath it. Takes advantage of it, goes and makes the big play.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Fires to the middle. Finds space on the right. Touchdown, Michigan! And the stomping has commenced. The Wolverines
With the catch. Score.
Paul Bunyan Trophy almost within their grasp.
Sparty can't quit, though. This game means too much. In the rivalry, in the conference play, in recruiting, Sparty now has to dig deep, and they've got to fight back. Just takes one play, Dave.
Yeah, and these guys are a bunch of underdog guys, right? These guys are the ones that are talked about in this rivalry as inferior to Michigan all the time. You got a chance to keep fighting, show them what's inside your chest.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute. The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. 3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. From the gun, wants to pass. Right on the money to the outside. He drags a toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. And the Spartans have it with a 1st and 10.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting Pierce progression.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. The play action fake. And they get the sack just like that.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago, now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Spartans will call on their punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Hauls it in, looking for space. Makes a move. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Wolverines. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on them. So quick, so elusive. That's such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
The kickoff team is out there, and their #1 job is to make sure one special team's touchdown isn't answered with another one. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punt down. This offense needs to get back and get a little bit more from it.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And the Spartans will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets a block. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
And they can't make the connection on third down.
Offenses know and work on it all week. Third downs, we got to be really, really good. This offense not good on this third down. It could come back to bite them.
Firing to the right, complete. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive. All wideouts, no backs. Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Alvarez.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I...
And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Oh, it's a reverse. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
I know that wasn't a long game, but I tell you what, when I'm a defense, there's so much motion that goes into it. And now I know you're going to hand the ball to the wide receiver and things you can do off of it. But you see, he chews up yardage really quickly. It's an easy game. That was an effortless game. And a lot of times running backs, it's a lot harder to manufacture that kind of offense.
Off play action. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
You normally don't see this guy miss throws like that. That was a pretty short throw. He can normally make those in his sleep, but with the incompletion, we're now setting up third down.
They're bringing heat. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And the Wolverines will punt this one away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Got his man quickly. Great to have perfect blocking, but you can also make your own, and that's exactly what he does, getting it up to the 36. This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. He's got his man. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift. A late touchdown. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Yeah, right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen.
Now, after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, and that's a great job by this offense. And I'll tell you what, fourth quarter, you have the lead. That's exactly what you want to do. Lean on these guys, run the football, eat that clock.
Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Yeah, and because of the pressure, the defense gets pressure on him immediately so quickly that he makes a bad decision, tries to throw it into double coverage. Really nice job pressuring the quarterback up front.
He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They go to the ground. Oh, how did you make that move? They finally get him on the ground with a big running play moves to change for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Handoff from the gun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and force a tackle for a loss.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He lost it high and deep down the left side. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And it's picked off right at the goal line. Taking it the other way. And he's going to go down as time has run out. No matter how much college football changes,